Alright, gents, let's get this going. I'm still not sure the delay settings are correct for both streams, but we'll just try it. So welcome to round 2 of the Accessible Tournament. We had quite a few low bracket matches so far, but today is upper bracket time, and together with me today are Eldrazi and PR Eddie. So let's add them to the stream, let's switch to the bracket screen, let's talk about what's happening here, because that's quite insane. As you see, ATZ just won his match against Dotso and went to losers bracket in round 2, and we are here in the upper bracket, and today we're gonna find out who's facing the winner of Sonic Shadow Silver against what the hell's happened in round 3 and going on to the quarterfinals.
Exactly, and it's
Yeah.
All right.
super exciting. It's going to be a good match. Just to touch a little bit on what these here, Raikaru beating Mike Katz in his previous race. It was really close, actually. He forewent the Ocarina memory game and missed out on Stone of Agony, but that proved not to be too much of a big deal. And beat Let's Clay. And what I believe was an all dungeon seed. And JFM has said before that he thinks he has a really good chance of winning whenever the seed is all dungeon. So we'll see how it plays out today.
Yeah, it's going to be varies on the routing they take and see which one does the better route.
Indeed. So let's move over to the layout scene. Scene is the word I was looking for. And let's hope that our delay settings are correct. If not, we're gonna have to restart the race, and that means another 10-minute delay. So I hope we won't be having to go down that path. I can't promise it yet though. So let's hope together that the race just starts in a minute on both sides, and then we good.
Man, that's a beautiful layout.
Aw. You know who made that?
I can't remember. Some person, I'm sure. Whoever that person may be.
I did it! Yes, I did. And this is looking bad. JFM, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
JFM, guys, we have to restart.
Oh, no.
I was afraid this would happen, and I'm so mad that it has to happen. Twitch had problems with delayed streams all day long, so I'm terribly sorry for this. That's not on our end. JFM actually started the stream at 40, and it only went live at like 55 or something. And watching him now being 5 minutes behind Raikaru really doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So yeah. I'm gonna try to contact Raikaru and JFM and get him to stop right here, and then we're gonna have to do a new seed.
Yeah.
And rip the Forest Medallion seed.
Right.
And yeah, this is a Forest Medallion seed, which is, I mean, it's
would have been good.
I mean, it's only a minute apart, so I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know. It just really depends. I don't think, a minute would be too much of a big deal, but maybe leave it up to the racers, or I don't know how to deal.
Yeah, we just leave it up to the racers, honestly. So
right.
it will be somewhat weird on a restream, but I mean, we can just find out what the runners prefer, and then I will add a little text to the layouts to let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just waiting for them, but I guess until we decided, just start commentating, guys, and enjoy everyone.
All right. So for those of you who may not know what this all is, for the 5%, like 1% of y'all, what an Ocarina of Time randomizer is that all the items, upgrades, medallions, stones get thrown in a giant pot, shaken around, and thrown across Hyrule, including the songs. And the goal is to still beat Ganon, but the routing they take is obviously different. So the hammer, Megaton Hammer, can be in this upcoming chest Raikaru's taking, and the Zelda's Lullaby song could be at the Serenade of Water check. So it's all about finding
Exactly.
the items.
Yep, finding the items you need to complete the dungeons, collect the medallions to get into Ganon's castle, and then add arrows and magic bow in order to.
Definitely the items
Ganon.
you do need is obviously light arrows, bow, and magic. That's say 3 items. So else without one, you can't do the others. Beautiful with Ocarina of Time Randomizer is different settings. Standard is fast Ganon, open door time, and open forest. So no trials, which is always nice. And then they can go leave leave the forest, go to the door, Master Sword, and become adult if they want.
Off, they checked everything in Kokiri Forest and found Big Goron sword, so that's a nice find early in the game.
Absolutely. So when they go adult, they have a nice big sword. And then Raikaru has found the first strength upgrade.
Grotto, open grotto right outside of Lake Hylia. Chose to go there, whereas JFM just went straight to Hyrule Castle, collect his rupees, and is now about to get a Skulltula. Probably will archery, and then we'll see if he decides to head to ZL or go straight adult.
Yeah. So if I remember watching a Runner stream a while back, there is over 270 checks in the game. And that's 270 places where a necessary item would be could be located at. So lots of
completely randomized. For the most part, if you get lucky, you'll be doing maybe 100 to 120 checks, and longer seeds, of course. Obviously, more AD seeds will probably be up in the 200s. Hopefully, it depends if you like AD or not. We'll see how fast this seed goes.
Yeah. Typically, most are at least 3+ hours that I've watched. I've never really seen anything less than that.
JFM having bad luck on this slingshot minigame.
Yeah.
He had plenty of rupees because otherwise he would have had to go collect some more or possibly come back to it.
Yeah, the guy's so nice giving you a free try if you get several of them. He's still missing a few. Looks like Raikaru's going to check his Zelda. Oh, stick upgrade.
That's really good to find early. You don't have to worry about going to purchase sticks or running out anytime soon. So
Yeah, I played this game when it came out on N64, and for some reason I totally blanked on them have a stick and a stick upgrade and Deku Net upgrade, which is really sad considering how many times I played the game as a kid.
right, you don't always mentioned. You don't realize how useful those sticks and Deku Nuts are until you get into randomizer or RTA or something and realize, wow, these items are broken. Them going straight adult, planning to use that forest medallion.
Yeah. Oh, Serenade of Water.
Put it to use. Get Serenade. That's a nice one to get early on. Easy. A lot of people put off going Lake Hylia area early off in the game for the most part. But with that Serenade, it's a nice quick warp there. Now he will head to Kakariko. Do a couple checks there, and then check the Song of Storms
okay.
song as well.
You probably do stamp rate check. With the 2 checks there.
Purchasing sticks, so he has to push, do the little block puzzle to get inside. Won't be able to jump slash in.
No. Let's see how he does. Does he get caught? We'll find out.
All right.
It's all about the head turns of the guards.
Exactly right. Just got to time it right. Looks like he'll make it through cleanly.
Oh, yeah. Very nice guarding. Guards weren't mean to him.
What we get for Zelda's Lullaby.
Oh. JF was trying to get the man on the roof. He fell. Let's go try again. Ah! Sorry, song.
I always say Duranius. It's sorry, a song. Oh man, JFM.
JF.
Again. This jump is pretty trolly sometimes. It's very,
It's
a little precise. So
yeah, it's precise, alright. Let's see what he gets in the open grotto here. Just recovery hard. Look, Raikaru is going to do his slingshot check.
sure is. Let's see if he has an easier time than JFM.
Yeah. JF doing his Son of Storms.
Grabbing the heart piece up top, and it is vanilla.
Vanilla. Yeah. Not horrible. Not great. Not bad.
His last rupee.
Ah, we got the horse sign.
Eponas
All right.
already. We'll see what they decide to do with it. Of course, JFM will probably head to Graveyard right after this and collect his couple checks there.
Yeah, so now he can get access to Gerudo. No, he can't do a whole lot of checks there. That's give him access to it.
That's kind of like a tough decision to make. Like when.
Yeah. Oh, Mirror Shooter, Andrew. Andrew being nice as an adult.
Coming through with the Mirror Shield. We'll see if Spirit's required. Did JFM check the pedestal?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Was that did he have a I saw a bomb on the cow hard, but it looks like yeah, it was bombs. So JF got his bombs.
Oh, did he get a bomb back? Wow.
Yeah, it was it was in the piece of heart next to the cow.
What a beginning.
So that opens a lot of checks. Wow. So that'll give them access to Zora's River and just a lot of different places.
Always convenient to find bombs first, but at the same time, oh my goodness, look at this hacker.
Oh man.
All right, so far we've found hookshot, bombs, we have mirror shield, and there's an upgrade out there as well, strength upgrade. So Kakariko being very nice to us today. That's gracious.
Let's see what Dampe will give us.
So it's always nice to find things early, but at the same time, like I was saying right before, I was baffled by the hookshot. It doesn't really like help when it comes to exactly where to go. When something isn't so linear and there's so many available checks, you know, it comes down to a matter of choosing the right place, possibly getting lucky, and getting what you need next to progress. And as I was talking, Raikaru just got the iron boots from
Talon from chickens, so you can now sync. And Nocturne of Shadow from Marin. That was one
really
of my favorite songs.
Especially early on. If Shadow is required, then that puts that song out of the way as far as it possibly being all dungeons and being locked behind Song of Time or something like that.
Absolutely. That's a nice quick teleport to Kakariko. Dan Page is giving us a bloopy his first round. Let's see what he does round 2. And let's see what the heart container behind the barn is.
This Nocturne song, does Raikaru save and go Kakariko or Deku, or would it be better to play Nocturne? We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Save and go.
Yeah. He might get his sticks and go Deku. Nocturne does help him when he goes adult. He'll be able to do his adult Kakariko check easily. And let's see what Danpei gives round 2.
Stone of Agony. There it is. We've been seeing this very early in these seeds. Stone of Agony. JFM finding it really quick, and of course, he has a small advantage when it comes to hints at this point. But we all know Raikaru will get that check, and will also have the stone as well. So
and for those like I said who don't really watch Randomizer, Stone of Agony will give you hints through the gossip stones. They will let you know about maybe a location of an acquired item, or if the gold sculptures maybe rupees or just a piece of heart, stuff we can skip. So that's very good to have early on.
Raikaru opting to go to Deku Tree.
Yeah.
Quick checks we can do. Possibility of it being a medallion. Like, this is one of those dungeons that you always do, even if it is a stone. Always.
Yeah, and there's I believe 5 quick checks you can do before you go to Goma. So we'll see what the Deku Tree holds this time. Looks like JF is going to try his man on the roof trick again. Will they smile upon him?
Well, he's got the hook shot now, so he could just slide on over there with that.
And the man on the roof will be nice. Let's find out. That's 50 rupees.
Got a little money back.
Yeah.
JFM it looks like he's just gonna opt to possibly do these couple of bomb checks first, get the heart piece, and maybe go to DC. We'll see. I mean, I really would have made me feel better if he checked the pedestal first to see if DC required. But again, like, DC is also similar to Deku, that you'll most probably do it even if it's not required. Just because of the simplicity of the checks there.
And being a dog makes it. Being a dog makes the dungeons so much quicker than going through child route.
Exactly. At this point, in these brackets, you won't see step a foot in here as child. It's just so much more time.
Yep.
We'll see. Looks like 30 skulls is dead.
Yeah. So as long as you don't need 40 or 50, then we'll be good. We'll find out though.
Generally, when you get Stone of Agony that quick, it usually means that there's something useful locked behind a.
And we got the Zoro
normally require a lot of time to do, so it could be magic. For magic. Raikaru.
That'd be good. So at least going to Deku would be very, very productive for JF. If it's a stone. We'll see what else Deku holds.
So funny. This is part of my favorite thing about watching these races, is just reading chat and seeing, as far as worst and best case scenarios, everyone always assumes 50 skulls, something behind there. All
50
dungeons.
skulls,
It's just
skull
it's great.
mask.
It's so hilarious to watch.
This is putting water in logic because you got the iron brute, you obviously have a hook shot, and we have serenade water. So it
Grenade,
sounds like
iron
definitely,
boots.
if it's not a medallion, it's at least will have something.
Looking like. And again, water is one of those dungeons where very low amount of checks. People like to leave that waiting until they can't find anything else, but in some cases it does pay off to go early. That's just a gamble you might have to make.
Yeah, without bombs, Raikari did I believe it was a pixel perfect trick to get up there without going throughout the dungeon.
Right? Standard B1 skip.
Yeah.
He'll set his stick on fire and then he'll head to Goma. JFM.
So
Deeper into DC
Deku Tree,
right
pretty
now.
much the only thing used for there was the magic. We'll see if Goma will be nice.
Raikaru getting his broken Deku stick. About to enter the Goma fight.
Yep. Oh, dense fire
Rolling
in the
dense
cavern.
fire.
So that will give, once he gets his magic, that will open up at least Shadow. He can do a couple checks there.
Mm-hmm. Got his hook shot. You could do the first 2 checks in Shadow. Magic, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like to do that or hold off possibly until he gets hover boots.
Yeah. Alright, so both close
First,
finishing
yeah.
up. Both of them about to
Raikaru
finish
missing
up
his
their
first.
first child dungeon.
And Goma's dead.
Almost
Nice.
down. Let's see the time defeating him will be worth it. Oh, I'm sorry, her. My mistake.
Genders. Confusing.
It is.
Goma's clearly a her, but there's Volvagia
It's
up in the air.
oh,
Everyone.
full heart. So vanilla heart container, full heart. Having hearts that's good early on. Gives you a little cushion. And light medallion. That is a required dungeon.
Hey, medallion in Deku Tree. JFM collecting Skulltulas, going a little out of his way.
Yeah. Most people will at least get the first get 10 to have that first check.
And he knows that, he found Stone of Agony pretty quick. He knows 30's dead, but still, that's usually a good indicator that skulls will be needed at some point.
So at least still leaves 10, 20, 40, and 50. Looks like he's gonna check his Raikari's gonna do some Lost Wood checks and then probably stick a Meadow.
The controversy of this check last race, he actually skipped it, and it happened to be Stone of Agony, like I mentioned earlier. So
we'll see the memory game plays out.
Raikaru's wrapping up this minigame. You have JFM entering his fight with King Dodongo.
Yep, and that last check was just a piece of heart. So the only thing panned out in Dodongo is Dense Fire. And there goes down the king. The king is dead.
Yep.
Alright, looks like we'll see 2 checks. And
5
just a
rupees for his amazing Memory.
performance.
5 for your trouble.
Yeah. Looks like he's off to second
Oh
mana.
my
Oh,
god, it does the other
magic!
magic.
So now he can. So definitely double magic will be accessible to, I believe, both of them.
Both get double magic, yeah.
And it's
definitely.
Goron's Ruby, so that's vanilla stone. Still, the Dongo. It's pretty okay. Got two nice items.
Yeah, not bad. It looks like JFM will go up. Do his Goron City checks. Yeah. Get his song for Bolero as well, since he does have hookshot. While Raikaru is getting his third child song.
Yeah. So it's very interesting that he JF went straight, did a few checks as child, and went straight to adult, and Raikaru is still his child 1. And we got Prelude of Lights. That'll be good.
Good, kind of taking the value away from Serenade a little bit, but
a little bit.
Yeah, it's always nice to have that Serenade warp though.
So in my opinion, we've had some good songs straight out. So all the songs would be useful.
I mean, worries me as far as like in the race, you never know when you should and shouldn't go to GTG.
Correct.
I mean, for the most part, you know, there's guidelines to go by. You know, silvers have at least a bow and a hook shot. Usually is what you want.
And just another piece of heart on that check. Yeah, so it's always a tricky call this early on. Looks like he's gonna do his Goron tunic check. With baby Goron. Deku Salesman gets we're seeing lots of loopies so far. That's a very common item to find in races.
Zarudo's letter. Link the Goron, very nice.
So that'll give them access to the fountain and ice cavern.
Cavern as adult, yep.
And Jabu, so we'll see. They can go into Jabu and do a couple checks, but without the boomerang, they cannot full clear it yet. And Raikaru's going to do his adult 1. He had a pretty good child 1 route.
Good finds, completed a necessary dungeon. His strength upgrade.
Yeah, he got it. So he got his Serenade.
Chooses to play Nocturne, so he can go straight to CAG. And
do his graveyard checks and adult checks there.
Crazy here in a second with all these amazing
House of the Dead, Way of the
item
Hero.
finds. Okay. Definitely will have something in Shadow.
Absolutely.
Question is,
Raikaru didn't do his. I don't think Raikaru did his child chicken at Anju.
No, I don't think we've seen that check yet. I know Anju's as adult is going to be Mirror Shield, so.
Correct. So yeah,
but yeah,
he
chose
completely shot.
JFM gets his Requiem at the Bolero.
Yeah, and now open up Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it looks like could pretty much, unless child side Spirit is required, you could pretty much clear Spirit. All you need is the Mirror Shield and Hookshot. So
that's right, and
gets his bomb back.
Raikaru got his bombs. So JF doing his Kratos checks. Without Zelda's Lullaby, there are a few he can't do. High Mountain Hordes Love, so the top of the crater, which is dead, and he got a bomb upgrade.
Very nice. Another bomb bag. Bomb bag locked behind a bomb bag.
Yep. So the one they found was in logic. Man, that old man with the player has a great female singing voice.
I'm going what looks like to his minuet check.
Mm-hmm.
None of them still have yet to find Zelda's Lullaby, so.
Still up in the air. Let's just hope Zelda's Lullaby is not the Ocarina of Time check.
FM coming here out of logic doing his Mido skip.
Yep. Let's see how well he does. And he got it.
Nice.
I've seen runners struggle with that a few times.
Just a weird angle you have to get in order to go there.
Yeah.
Pyro having no problem with his man on roof jump.
Nope. It's gonna nice fill up his bag of money.
I think this is really good for JFM too. He came, he had his bomb, so he's able to do all these lost woods checks and won't have to backtrack.
Yeah.
Whereas Raikaru will probably have to make that play. He didn't have bombs when he came here, so.
No, so when he'll do his minuet check, he'll backtrack and do all the ones he's missed without bombs or a hammer. Din was in Dodongo's cavern.
Desert Colossus on the way of the hero?
Yes, it did say that, so there'll be something in Spirit Temple.
Oh yeah, that's right. It looks like Raikaru did skip his Dampe races and missing out on the Stone of Agony yet again. Like I didn't think, he'd
Yeah, he did skip Dampe.
I mean, it's just it's funny. It's like he has a sixth sense. He knows where the stone is and avoids it.
Oh, it was Zelda's Lullaby at Minuet.
There it is, and that's an out of logic song as well. So
Opened up several checks with the Great Fairies and get some easy access into Zora's domain.
JFM going straight into forest, gonna do as much as he can. No bow and no strength, so he won't be able to finish it.
Yeah. I never realized you needed at least a strength upgrade to do bow before I started watching these races. I thought Link was just strong enough to do it on his own.
Think.
So we got Raikaru doing his Dodongos, which at least will give him his other magic and Din's Fire. Now, looks like
We'll have Din soon. JFM opting to just do the one check in forest, grab a Skulltula, and head out. Realizes it's the greatest idea to go in there without strength or a bow, so.
yeah. Looks like he's going. He's taking medallions.
Check them really quick. JFM notoriously known for his speed reading.
All right. So. Oh wow.
Going back
So-
child.
Yeah. So for those of you who missed
Yeah.
it, we do have the reveals on the middle of the screen below our names. So Deku, Jabu, Fire, Water, Shadow are all medallions.
Yeah, and started with the Forest Medallion, so that was really nice. JFM checking these stones here. Goron City on the way of the hero.
All right. So we at least need a launch shot, a hammer, boomerang, and hover boots. That's all we're missing, and light arrows and bow.
That Goron City way of the hero hint. Be
Yeah.
talking about Rudo's letter, or there might be something else there that we haven't seen.
Yeah, it could be in the child portion with the giant pot, or even a Darunia check.
Mm-hmm. I have that one hammer checked as well. The hammer rocks chest.
You are correct. And looks like JF's gonna do his bomb 2 game. There's 2 checks here.
Bowling.
Fine.
Quick checks. Just gonna cost you 60 rupees.
Yep. And 2 hits with the bomb 2 to get the angle right.
Really convenient the way the when the Banchu explodes, it kind of just puts you at just the right angle in order to get
Oh yeah.
having
Stuff,
to worry about chickens. Yeah.
things you learn while watching runners. And Raikaru gained his dense fire. First check from bomb 2, lens of truth. So while he's here, he can do his lens of truth game. Do that check.
You can. I've yet to see anything good on Lens of Truth, but maybe this is a seed.
Yeah. Link and his companion. Let's see what he gets with Bomb Tree 2.
Here we go. 5 rupees.
And Bloopy.
Alright, and just as you said, he's heading over to do Lens of Truth minigame.
Yeah. I mean, you're right there. Makes sense.
Why not?
Absolutely. And he has the rupees for it. Let's see. After this, it'll be interesting to see what JF goes. He might go back and do his Deku tree.
He still hasn't gotten his ZL song. He still hasn't gotten Lon Lon Ranch. And then
Not sure he may do those checks. I might do his 2 song checks and check out Lon Lon. Do those checks there.
looks like
Yeah, that is a good question, Doctor. It's JF getting the bracelet from the open grotto. That's a good point.
yeah, we'll see how long it takes before he heads over there. He has Serenade, so
Yeah. Fizzy,
Bombs.
your comment about either going adult early or doing child checks, it's just depends on the runner. In some seeds, it rewards you for going adult first. Sometimes it doesn't. This seed, either one was the good route.
yeah, there's pluses for both of them. You could argue, you know, child first, Deku Tree, you got or as you found your bombs really early. In adult, you know, you you have to go to Minuet to get ZL. So
Yeah, it really just depends on the seed itself and just the preference of the runner and how good they are with what they get. The few times I've done, I've always stayed child as long as possible. I know some people like to go straight adult.
see, I wouldn't have done it, but I think JFM has slightly,
And he got the goal on Tunic.
for the checks that he did and what has been paying out, along with the songs as well. So I think maybe adult first would have been the best bet, but child wasn't bad either.
Yeah. Both made good calls.
JFM checking all of these gossip stones, getting all the knowledge early as possible.
Knowledge is always good.
Looks like 50 skulls.
Yep. As was mentioned, there was 272 some odd checks. Him knowing which stuff to miss helps a lot.
All right, guys. So hunker down, grab a
slice of pizza, get a drink.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 50 skull seed.
Let's do this.
With potential AD, we still don't know yet. So.
Yep. So at least Nocturne was early. I've seen some seeds where Nocturne was behind Ocarina of Time check, so they had to do all seeds because Shadow was a required dungeon. Alright, let's see if JF can get through the guards without any hassle.
It's not gonna be a problem for him.
No, looks like he did good.
Oh, don't get stuck. All right, good.
Oh. Looks like he did it. And so far, the tunic colors have been pleasing to the eye. Nice
Very
blue,
nice
and then so may not matter, but it's always nice to see some good colors.
I wonder whenever Raikaru does finally do Dampe Race and sees that Stone of Agony, he's gonna know JFM, has had that for a while. So
Yeah.
See, or whenever we talk to him later, ask him, how he felt at that point.
Yes. Alright. Looks like Ricardo going to jump into fire for a little bit. Do a couple of checks there.
Get his one check in the boss key room, and if it's a key, he can decide to go a little bit deeper. If not, then he'll have to turn right back around.
Yeah, he'll opt out.
I think this is a good idea. I mean, if you don't have Bolero at this point and you're already here, why not do this check?
Yeah. So we haven't seen any hints about Fire Temple having any item. So it's up in the air if they need to go deeper or not.
Mm-hmm.
But Fire is a vanilla medallion. So they'll at least be coming back.
His key, so he's gonna go do these two checks over here, see where it leads him. Whereas JFM is working on his iron boots right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Neo, the Boulder of Destiny usually does work well for Spike, but we'll see if it has anything in this seed.
Nocturne for
Protector's
JFM.
Nocturne.
Raikaru getting trolled by that keys.
They are never nice. Swallow
And
Wade
levers.
again.
Levers are the bane of my existence in this game.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take a couple minutes here to shout out to our 2 trackers. They're doing a fantastic job. We do appreciate you too. Blue potion.
Raikaru getting his 2 keys needed to progress further. So does he go deep forest? In fire, sorry. I mean, it is
Yeah.
a dungeon. It's a
It is a
dungeon. You have to
medallion. It looks like he is going deeper until he gets behind stuff for hammer. I think for a second. I don't think he needs bow for a lot of things in the fire until he gets to hammer.
All right. Well, he's gonna need, I think, another 2 keys at these 2 checks.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a bow, and he doesn't have Scarecrow song, so he might be stopped abruptly here shortly. But we'll see. JFM heading to Deku.
Yep. I believe I remember correctly, Deku had magic, and it was a light medallion.
But first, he's gonna check these gossip stones. See what
Let's
he
see
can find.
what words of wisdom will we gather from them. Zora's domain is on the way to the hero.
Simply what referring to the rupee diving game.
Or it could be behind the waterfall.
Yeah, correct. The torch run chest or unfreezing King Zora, perhaps.
We will find out. And got some bomb shoes.
Looks like Raikaru did not. So even if he finds a key in this next chest, this is going to be it for his fire temple, I believe.
For the time being. JF been pretty lucky with his hints. Most of them have been pretty kind, telling us some good information.
Gotten all 4 of them, right? All 4 way the heroes.
Here we got 30 Skull dead, and Raikaru being out of fire.
Pretty much went as far as he could.
Let's see where he goes next.
He'll go ahead and do the rest of his checks up here. Possibly do the same thing as JFM and go check Minuet. Or has he done DC already?
Yes, he has. He did do Cavern.
Looks like he's going to potentially go to Lost Woods.
Yeah, do his checks he can in Lost Woods and then Minuet.
Also get his ZL very soon.
Yep.
as JFM. I'm trying to think of where he would go next. Would he just check Zora River and Domain, knowing that it's Way of the Hero?
He might. There are a few checks he can do. Like I say, he can do a couple checks in, I think 1 or 2 checks in Jabu before he gets locked out into a Boomerang.
Sure to get all these skulls, knowing he's gonna need every last one of them.
Oh yeah. Let's be thankful Zuda races do not require 100 sculptures. Woo boy.
Oh my god. JFM having bombs for the ground jump, but choosing to do this B1 setup instead.
Yeah.
And gets it second try.
That he does.
On the webbing.
So this time uses some magic and using Din. And Raikaru doing his ground jump.
Oh, it just kills me. It kills me watching Raikaru just walk by all these gossip stones knowing that he could have this information.
He could have. He chose not to do Dampe. He's rebelling against the Gravekeeper. He's anti-Dampe.
Oh.
And there he has ZL.
Last match without Stone of Agony, so uphill battle for him now, though.
Yeah. We'll see if if it really matters in the end or not.
He's heading back to the graveyard, so we'll see.
Yeah.
See if he decides to dip into that Dampe grave.
And JF finishing up Deku, getting his full heart and his medallion of light.
Medallions of peace for each runner.
Along with a stone, so not bad, not bad. And looks like Raikaru going to do is swing another song at Sun Song check.
Do this Royal Tomb. Grab this Din's Fire, this torch check here.
Let's see. House of the Dead, Where the Hero. JF looks like he's gonna go to Saria.
Coming down here, I think, to grab some bugs.
Yeah, get some more skulls. I missed Raikaru. What was his song?
Raikaru's song looks like it was. It's Raikaru doing Dampe, so he will get a Stone of Agony.
There we go.
Probably about 35 minutes after JFM. But he'll have it nonetheless.
Yeah. That is good.
All right. JFM getting his Saria song check, and I mean, you would think almost certainly he'd play Nocturne after this and head to Swords Domain.
Yep. That would probably be my route if I was playing.
And decides to save warp. Trying to think of what he could possibly be doing. Maybe do some overworld checks with his bombs, or at that point I would rather play Serenade, go to Lake Hylia, and oh no, he's just gonna collect these skulls over here.
Alright.
Here we go. There it
Alright,
is.
now he
Stone of
has a
Agony.
stone.
Oh, and he sits there. You saw him crouching for a second. You could tell he was thinking about it. He was like, "Oh man, JFM got this 30 minutes ago."
Yeah, he's just, safe bed. He got this a while ago. So let's see what he does. Is he going to check these stones in front of Temple of Time? Or he's going to go to... He's going to go to Child, probably check Zora? Looks like he's going Child.
Yeah, that's
He's checking the stones, see what is there.
getting his medallions.
He's doing his medallion check.
And from this point, yeah, you'd think he'd go back Child, check his gossip stones on the way back out.
Yeah, probably head to Zora. JF checking his Deku salesman. Salesman not being nice. 40 revealed lots
40
of
skulls
love.
is dead. Just 50, it looks like. Maybe 10 or 20, but definitely 50.
Yeah.
For JFM
Right.
to do his memory game.
Yeah. Raikaru checking Hyrule Castle. Stop by the Great Fairy. See what she has.
This stone, though, up here by the castle. We'll see how far he goes up there. I don't think he will, but then again, I mean, knowledge is very important, so.
That is true.
Picks up his Goron tunic. Does he head that way? Or does he just get caught by guard? He's going, I think.
He's
Yep.
going for it. I mean, he's in the area. Might as well check. Getting JF getting bombs from the memory game. So he got some bomb refills.
There it is.
Yep, he's got
Some more frustration crashes right there.
Oh, yeah. So they both know if 50 gets the boots.
Yep. There's the realization from Raikaru that he needs to do shadow, and he needs holes in order to even get in. Well, not into it, but anywhere deep into the temple.
He going to do the 2 checks, and that's about it. What does Darunia give us? A bloopy. $5. He's like, thank you for the song. Here's some money.
Yeah.
Well, at least Raikaru found that early on, not like near the end of the scene. He's trying to find it.
He'd be so lost. I mean, had to do that Dampe, but yeah.
So
all I would assume all 6 of these goals.
well, let's see what the big pot gives us.
I think there's 5 of them, yeah. Currently at 8 skulls. So.
It's close to,
Quite a way
it's
to go.
close to checking 10. Yeah. And what does the big boy give us? No, JF has not gone through the Zora yet. And the big guy just gives us $5.
There's another strength upgrade.
Oh, so that's his first. So Raikaru will get his
Spinning
silver
pot.
from there. That puts. It looks like he's gonna open up the Happy Salesman. Raikaru is, so you can go and
Starting
get
on his skull mask trade device.
Yeah. So we need at least silver, so at least now we know what the 2 strength upgrades are.
JFM already getting that free piece of heart up top, and must have forgotten because he checked again.
Yeah. Both of them working on skulls.
Blowing up this
I
boulder
believe
so
that's
that
10 for Raikaru.
I'm gonna say JFM is closer to like 16 maybe at this point.
It's probably somewhere around there. He's probably just a few more than Raikaru. 10 gives a bloopy. Alright, we'll see where Raikaru goes next.
17 skulls for JFM.
Alright,
Looks like Raikaru's heading to domain.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some checks there. Now we did get a hint that says domain was aware of the hero.
What do you think it might be? I'm gonna guess maybe like bow or something.
I was gonna guess bow, probably a hammer.
1, 2.
Yeah. Chad, make your guess now. What will domain reveal to us? All right, get some magic beans.
Oh.
There is an option for skull cannon, but the ones we have usually just only go in increments of 10, and we don't usually do individual counters.
Yeah, I'll try my best to keep up with the skull counts. I think JFM has 17 at the moment. Raikaru maybe around like 10, 11. I think he just got his 11.
11. Yeah. So far, River has gave 20. Will the frogs be nice to us?
All right.
Him skipping frogs because we don't have storm check.
I'm already failing. JFM has 20 skulls. I just realized he picked up all of the night cack skulls. So
It's okay. That is okay. We all can't be perfect. And Child Dompeg is nuts. Oh, slingshot in river.
Slingshot. Open grotto in the river. So
Yeah. So I gave him a couple checks. The one in the forest. Slingshot game.
Slingshot game. Also puts Deku in logic, but they've both already finished. Ocarina of Time teaches Bolero.
Yeah. That is true. It's all dungeons not required.
JFM is delayed going to domain for so long. I mean, I don't blame him getting this song, but I would have thought he played Nocturne a while ago, grab this song, and then head to domain. Found strength upgrade in Goron City. Just remembered Goron City's Way of the Hero, so that might be what it was referring to.
Maybe the hand stone revealing that Den's file was in the Dongo's Cavern, but both of them already have it, so no loss there. Raikaru waiting for Knight to get his next Skulltula.
He knows about the 50 skulls, so he's willing to wait it out.
Yeah, and without the sun sign, you had to do some waiting. And JF getting his minuet. Alright. JF going to the graveyard. Okay.
Go to
Spirit. Check against the Child Spirit. Probably check the Great Fairy fountain there. And getting a couple Skulltulas while he's there.
Yeah, he might even enter. He doesn't have beans in order to plant this. Bean plant right here. Might even, if he has bomb chews. Child Spirit.
Yeah.
Or he just needs to find a way to lower that in the second room with the Stalfos. I know you could do with bomb chews. He might even have some kind of strat I've never seen before to do it. If he decides to enter, he might just be here for the socials. Who knows?
Oh, but he's entering.
He'll at least get the song for
And
sure.
yeah, what is the song? It's on time. Opens up, a couple checks.
Looks like he'll check this gossip stone.
Another House of the Dead, Way of the Hero, so nothing we haven't already seen.
Check the fountain. After that,
Yeah.
gonna go collect his winnings for his diving minigame.
We'll see if this could be
Something
the
way
Way
they
of the
are here,
Hero.
so it is the hammer. You called it.
Oh, wow. Booyah.
Hammer in domain.
Alright, so now several checks are opened up now for Raikaru. Let's see if the waterfall reveals anything. Nice. Oh, I missed it. What was the JF's check with the fairy fountain?
I don't think it was anything significant. Looks like.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I just was watching Raikaru.
Yeah,
And
same.
flip
I
away.
was. I just started thinking of where he could go from that point.
Yeah. And all the hammer stuff had been entered in chat. All these hammer jokes. Slingshot was found in Zora's River at the open grotto.
True. Collecting his fish looks like he'll go at least enter job would do what he can in there.
Yeah.
Fair
And
job,
then
I would
bell.
think. Yeah.
So now that with this opened up, he can go into Ice Cavern as an adult. We haven't heard of anything good would be there or not yet. Or if it's dead. Alright, Big Ron crafts love, so nothing in Big Ron checks.
JFM doing his chicken check. If this has something, who knows how long it'll be before Raikaru comes back.
Yeah, it could be the yeah, it could be the play that puts JF ahead. Alright. So big. And if they didn't have their tunics already, that would at least give them able to buy it.
Taking his time. Men's Cavern Hordes Pixie Dust. We know where both magic
Yeah, both of them have their
locations
magic.
are.
Oh, Farora's Wind is Child
Oh,
Angel.
that's a nice find actually.
Yeah,
For
it
chicken.
helps.
It's gonna save dungeons.
Yeah.
Have to double dip. It's a very nice commodity to have.
Yeah. I've seen it used more often in the Kisandy runs, but have seen it in a few races where they've used it. They have to do double checks. And
JFM no longer delaying. No
He
longer
is going
delaying
river.
domain. Into the river.
Yeah, he'll get some magic beans.
The nice thing about Jabu, it does have a couple skulls you could collect. However, without Boomerang, he won't be able to get the majority of them.
Yep, that's correct.
Hey, you don't see this very often. JFM planning is being there at the bottom of Zora River. Allow for quick movement as adult up the river. It makes a little bit of sense. You don't have a scale, so you can't quickly get to the top of Zora by means of Lost Woods. So just planting that seed there allows him to return as an adult and ride the beanstalk up.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything on that trick, but it's always good to have it just on the off chance. Alright, Raikaru making up to the last bit of things checks he can do before he has to leave the giant fish and leave his purses behind.
JFM playing some songs for the frogs. He doesn't have Song of Storms.
So
Yeah,
he
but
can't get that trick, but
he just wants some cash.
yeah. Alright. A piece of heart for Raikaru, which does give him another full. And him going back to Nocturne.
Yeah. No luck in Jabu, but again, he will need to finish that, and he's already progressed. Engine. He in the position up top
Waiting
when he
for him.
comes back. Yeah, exactly.
And mad at him, but that's nothing new with her.
It's gonna start setting his beans, and I would guess he would go to Shadow Temple here shortly. He might clear up some checks here.
Yeah, he can always do this 2 checks before he needs.
Spirit. I meant Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
Now that he has a.
He has Requiem and Magic Bean. I'm getting some bugs to get more Scotulas. Looks like he'll go back to the graveyard and put the bugs in that soil.
Make it a priority. Get everyone he can, because 50's a lot.
Takes a bit of, yeah, it does take a bit of time to get 50. So the runners will do all the checks and get all the skulls that they can along the way. It's always amazed me that the bugs, I guess, scare the Scotulas so much that they jump out. Maybe they know something we don't about the bugs.
I have no clue what happens in that little soil patch. You drop the bugs in, a Scotia comes out.
Yeah, he
The
just can't get
bugs,
away
do
fast enough.
the bugs evolve into a Scotula? Like what happens?
Oh, yeah. It is a mystery. And if you think you know, subscribe to ZeldaSpeedRuns and let us know. So, JF gonna get his hammer shortly. Uh,
Nice.
Raikaru doing his
I like
night
this.
check.
Them after his mini game, he just oh no, he lost his burning stick.
Oh, you got another one. Ah,
We'll see if it's fast enough because the other torch might actually go out before he's able to light this last one.
yeah.
Yep, it looks like it
The
did.
drama.
I mean, if you have Din's fire after the mini game, you do Din's at the two chests or at the two torches where the chest is, and then light the remaining two to your reward, and then drop right back down and get the chest afterwards.
Right.
Unfortunately, JFM had some issues.
Yeah. So a little bit time loss between the route, and there's the hammer. And slingshot game.
We haven't
Target
seen this one
practice.
yet.
No. What will it reveal? Shield.
Deku shield.
Yeah.
Nice.
First shield we've seen. I have yet to see Hylian shield.
Yeah, we saw mirror shield really early on.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. And GF making his Great Fairy check.
Looks like Raikaru might be working on his Grand City checks. Gonna get his second strength upgrade.
That will give him silver gauntlets, absolutely. So he'll do his
He'll
child checks here.
prioritize. Prioritize going to Spirit after he realizes he has his second upgrade.
He might, because now he'll have a hook shot, so he'd be able to do a lot of it, if not clear it.
And besides that, you're really looking for a bow. You'd like to have a bow before you go back to fire. I mean, he might do it anyways, but most dense place with checks would probably be Spirit at the moment. They could go GTG, but that's a big time commitment right now for what they have.
Yeah, they could get the Gorons pass just using the hook shot, knocking the guards out. But Spirit Temple would probably be the next step they would go. Still no hints about a bow that I've seen. So lots of weighty heroes. They gave you the hover boot check, and I've seen one for dense fire. But not many item checks, just way of the heroes.
Exactly.
And there he has his gauntlets of silver.
JFM doing exactly what Raikaru did, getting as
Yeah.
much as Jabu out of the way. Gonna get his one check up here and head out right afterwards.
Yeah. So yeah, Ricardo, they can both come back here and get the last check they need in this maze. Ricardo doing his first 2 checks here. And
He
getting
just
Scorcher left.
he just wants his skull in the hit.
Yeah.
They both know the way of the hero too, so
Is in shadow. So who knows? Maybe something is in the first 2 checks. But nobody's checked. We got a few more checks in Hyler Field still that could get something. Nobody has cleared the Hyru Field.
then bombing these walls to get his stone back here.
And JF putting Ferocious win in Jabu.
Test of Thieves towards an archery enabler, I think that's what it said. GTG has a bow.
Wow. Well then.
Taken, I think that's what it said.
Yeah. And he's going back to adult. Probably going straight to Spirit Temple. Yeah,
So
there he
this
goes.
is interesting. Raikaru just going straight adult.
Looks
and
like
going
JF's gonna
to-
do his skull mask checks.
He's setting up his skull mask. Yep. He's going straight adult, heading to
Yeah, probably do
just betting that adult side isn't blocked by a key on child side, or that boss key isn't on child side either. So he was. I mean, he literally just was child, so he could have went and done child stuff. But I guess he's thinking, you know, it's only 2 chests. It's not very likely that he'd be blocked out by child side, and he has Din's fire of the child side fire checks rather quickly as well as adult.
Yeah. Looks like he'll get his great fairy check here.
I know. He's going straight to GTG.
So we are still missing light arrows, the launch shot, a bow, and obviously hover boots is on 50, and a boomerang. That's all we're missing to be in go mode.
A mistake. He's not going adult spirit. He's doing reverse wasteland. Gonna check.
He's gonna check that altar.
Right, and then yeah, I'm assuming he saw it was a bow, and he says, "Hey, I want my bow right now." Hopefully, it's not locked behind another bow.
Yeah.
That, you know, he can't get. He has Song of Time. He has Iron Boots. Just about everything except for the beginning. But if the bow is behind that, then he'll be able to get everything in GTG.
Slingshot upgrade. So Raikaru can also dip down into water tempo and do those few checks. But nobody's been to Lake Hylia yet, so you're not even to get the Scarecrow.
That's putting off Lake Hylia for a while, even though they have Serenade.
Yeah.
We'll punish them later.
Yeah. Now, without this silver scale or the Kokiri sword, they can't do the Router's ladder check or child fishing.
Raikaru. Oh no, he's
Yeah.
gonna have to do the whole thing again. He says, forget this.
JF going to Lake Hylia.
You got a good number of skulls you could pick up here if it turns night soon. There's 3 skulls, I believe, that he can get here. He can set up his Scarecrow song.
Yep. I never understood why you needed the Kokiri sword for child fishing, but you do.
It doesn't make much sense. It's just one of those things, you don't have anything assigned to your B buttons to cast the reel into the pond. You have to have
I guess that must be
an
it.
item onto it. Yeah, exactly.
A little too early with that first bomb. And falling into the lava.
Oh man, it's unfortunate for Raikaru. He voided out and decided not to even try going reverse wasteland again. He was aiming to go to GTG. It looks like he might just.
I mean, he can still get there. I mean, they have opponents on. Wahasha Silvers was in the giant pod in Goron City. Or at least that was the second strength upgrade that we found. And he gets Epona out.
Fast Epona.
Yeah.
For the win.
Absolutely. It saves several minutes. Nice. Getting his Scarecrow song set up.
And it looks like he's heading to do these checks, so he's going to get his second strength upgrade here.
Yeah. Alright, what's at the Tic Tac Grotto? Nut upgrade.
Checking that upgrade.
And a full car container. Over in that check.
Alright. Playing Serenade, gonna do these
Adult checks.
I think he can only do fishing and the lab because he didn't did he set up?
No, he did not. He hasn't been here as a child.
Oh.
So yeah, he can't
There's
set up.
Gather a couple skulls and do a couple checks. Unfortunately, he won't be able to do the top of the lab.
No.
And he won't he can't even do fishing either because you need Scarecrow
you're
song.
right. He might dip down into Water Temple, but it doesn't look like he could. He's not going to.
Maybe he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
he forgot he did it.
man,
He forgot. He forgot it. So he's
He's
probably
hating
kicking himself
himself for
about
that
that.
one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, there is Prelude. So he's gonna come back. Bronies, no, that was just Silver Gauntlets on JF side. Yes, I think. Yeah, he's gonna. Well, Jeff's gonna do the 2 Gradu check.
Have not seen these. This is another one of those checks that you either check. People either check it right away or they put it off for a little while. So
Yeah. Let's see if it's worth
Sphere
putting
Zero
it off.
check. It's gonna net him another Skulltula down here. Oh, he
Yeah.
chooses
Yep.
not to do it. All right. He remembered.
All right, we're going back to Desert.
All right. Yep, going back to Child and heading into. Say he's heading in just yet. He's just planning in this bean and.
Yeah, he's gonna get his Skulltula here,
Cool.
and then probably dip down and do those 2 checks.
I think he'd go into Spirit from here.
Well, he pulls out his Ocarina, so he may not. And oops, 2 checks did not pan out. So
Absolutely nothing in the Gerudo Valley checks.
yeah,
All right, Raikaru leaving.
yeah, he's gonna do. Probably now he's gonna set up for his
Definitely gonna set it up now.
that he forgot. Well, let's see what JF does.
Maybe he's just gonna go check 20 skulls. I think he already checked 20.
I think he did.
Oh no, he here.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought he got them all.
Yeah. And further advancing his skull mask check.
Yeah.
And
And then him moving back to Castle Town and get the skull. Both going to adult. Interesting that JF not gonna go get the skull mask.
I'm guessing he definitely has to come back child eventually and do Jabu Jabu, so just putting it off till later.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't find anything anywhere else. He still has that in his back pocket. He's
That's
going
true.
to play Minuet.
Heading to Goron City for fire. And Raikaru going back to okay. Let's see what What's up on this piece of heart?
Yeah, this bean, the notorious spirit beanstalk.
Mm-hmm. Didn't get that sculpture, but he can come back for it. And
It's
vanilla. Well, he needed that anyways, because he needed to fill his heart back up.
It was getting pretty low.
Yeah, at least it wasn't the randomized sound effects with Navi.
It's so funny, man, how 50 skulls changes the whole dynamic, because all these, obscure skulls that you would normally just pass up and
Yeah,
in favor of other ones that are closer in your path is you can't. You have to get every single one.
absolutely.
Covers as fast as
Just
possible.
the knowledge of knowing where these are on the fly and just changing a route for on the fly once knowing that, hey, I need to get 50 Scotulas.
We're seeing Raikaru go back to doing the Lake Hylia Hokey Pokey for the past couple minutes now, warping back and forth.
And JF doing the last bit of the maze with the hammer.
Haven't seen yet. And for a bow here, he still hasn't seen the bow hint in GTG. Perhaps one of the other two are somewhere close by.
Perhaps. Another bottle. So JF going back to the crater, doing those checks with the hammer.
Correct. We already saw Raikaru was blocked after the block elevator room. Hammer at the time. Perhaps the two hammer checks here at the beginning could be. I mean, it could be the boss key and allow JFM just to finish it right away, or
Go deeper in.
yeah. And there's still the possibility that it's neither, and JFM would be blocked by.
Only time will tell. And JF keeping that nice light purplish tunic. And check the other two, decided it wasn't for him, and stuck with the
I'll take
OG
this
one.
one.
That's a good cut. I like that one. And Raikaru going back to the desert. Doing those checks on the way.
Bro, this check, I was talking, I raced with Juke a while back. Seed, and this gossip stone is actually what had one of the most important hints, and nobody ever remembers this, because one, you have to have hammer to even get anywhere here, and then you have to have a fire source as well to get to the gossip stone. So
yeah,
and it also nets you a skull. So
yeah. Let's see, the stone has stopped spinning. Yep, he's going to cooperate.
and no good information, but
Well, and JF did get the boss key.
what he decides to do, to go deep or just finish it out. I mean, I'm sure what I would think he would do is go ahead and beat Volvagia. It's just he continue to go deeper into fire after that.
Yeah. Looks like Raikaru's going to do the Gruder checks, go into the fortress and get possibly the pass he needs to go to GTG.
He knows his bow is in
Oh,
GTG,
there.
so probably not locked behind the shooting the eye with a bow, but it would be
Ooh.
painful if the bow
Oh.
that him was talking about was locked behind that specific check.
Oh, that would be very painful. Yes, Mark. Both runners have Sugar Song. Like he's opting to go into the dragon's lair. Like I said, despite having the Goron tunic, he decides not to use it. But at this point, he has enough heart containers that the damage he gets from the running out of time doesn't hurt him at all.
He'd be able to finish it before his time runs out, and if not, there's always the failsafe of just pausing and equipping the tunic.
Oh yeah. He has a little over a minute to beat the dragon. And Raikaru working on the fortress now.
All right, so JFM in the lead with skulls, but this move to GTG might be what Raikaru needs.
Yeah.
He finds
And
this bow quick.
And that does put Jeff ahead in terms of medallion. So now he will be getting his fire medallion. Let's see if he brings us anything nice. And a key.
Just a key.
So nothing too important. I must say, one of my favorite things about Randomizer is just lack of cutscenes and the owl not being there. Nobody liked
Yeah,
the
I think
owl.
we all. The
He was a tricky owl, changing up yes and no.
things
Oh yeah,
and such makes it so much better.
absolutely.
The King Zora Mweep cutscene, of course. Missed that
Oh
one.
god. Oh. Everybody misses that one. Loved waiting for 3 minutes for him to move. Alright, let's see if Great Fairy has anything. Oh, a bow!
Oh my god!
Oh!
This is big!
Oh,
JFM. I mean, so now,
uh,
unless there's something else needed in GTG, JFM does not have to go there for a bow. There was one here at the Fairy Fountain.
Ricardo's gonna we'll probably see some crouch of shame when he makes that check.
When he finds it later, yeah. I mean, that's saying. I mean, if there is a required item in GTG, then he would have had to go there anyway. But
correct.
yeah. If not, that's gonna burn really bad.
Yeah. Let's see if this Great Fairy Fountain brings him any other items. Arrows. So
Some arrows to go with that bow.
So that puts, yeah. So now they could clear forest. Oh, he's doing 7 more checks into forest, even though that's a step dungeon.
It's very tempting. At the same time, it'd be terrible if you found
it's not required. It's not required dungeon, so they will probably avoid it unless they need to go in there.
Fair.
And he
Raikaru
found
finally.
the Kukuri sword.
It's the butter knife.
So now he can do the one check you need with that. That of the fishing.
Oh no, he's gonna get caught here. He's gonna. Oh, okay. That was so close.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yes.
close. My luck, it would have been caught because I was not far back enough.
For nighttime, in order to collect this skull here.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, Raikaru collecting his Gerudo card, he'll head into GTG. I think he'll actually. Oh no, he can't. I was gonna say, because Raikaru, if he doesn't have everything to clear GTG, he'll go do horseback archery first. But he doesn't have a bow, so he'll be forced to do
Yeah.
GTG first.
Correct. Yeah, not having the bow does put the damper on horse archery.
Looks like he's heading that way anyways, to get this Skulltula.
Yeah. And with him being skulls, they'll do everything they can.
It's a weird call. I think I would have rather gone into GTG, found the bow, and then come up here and do.
Then do the check and get the skull.
However,
Yeah, that is a
I don't
straightforward.
know. It's kind of rough with the day of time because he can't do the horseback archery check at night, and he can't get the skull during the day. So.
Yep.
And here he goes. Let's see. If he
So both
finds
people are.
now, Raikaru wants to find the bow and potentially something else because since JFM has his bow, put him ahead of JFM necessarily.
Yeah. Both runners are in the desert. One at the temple, one at GTG.
JFM finding that bow at the fairy fountain, it potentially
That
makes
was
it, a greater chance that the bow is bow locked here in GTG.
yeah. That is very true. That was a great check on JF's part, and that definitely put him up there.
All right, plenty of keys, so JFM will not be key locked out of adult side for lack of keys for not checking child side, so that's good.
Yeah.
However, the boss key could potentially be on child side. We'll see.
All right, Ricardo, the double D, the double defense.
Defense. Save scumming save warping in order to come back to the beginning.
Yeah. We'll see what he does next.
Did do child side. Just saying
Ricardo?
that I don't.
I know JF did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. And he's gonna clear out spirit.
Get this tricky skull right here.
Yeah.
Who will get these 4 checks after this silver block?
Yep.
This tunic. Gonna need that back.
Yeah.
It's like not being nice at all.
No, absolutely not. Oh,
What
he's
is it?
causing trouble.
What is it that they say? Nobody likes likes. Tunic.
Alright. Well, we're coming up on the close to the 2-hour mark of this very exciting race. With JF being a little bit ahead in terms of items. And he's a medallion ahead. Soon to be 2.
Yeah. It's a boss key for JFM.
Yeah. So it's all really he needed. So far, GTG has not panning out in terms of any good items.
This is not looking too great. He's getting plenty of keys, so he'll be able to check a lot in the maze, but gonna burn so bad if he came here specifically for a bow and doesn't find one.
Locked. It's at the eye. That would be his luck.
I see it already. Tresco's doing something. Chad is going nuts.
What kind of chaos and trouble he's gonna cause?
We have some link dabs or Squidward dabs or something.
Tres, what chaos?
You said you were yawning and then you said, "Ah, we are already 2 hours into this very exciting race." So I put up the text.
Was that yawning?
Yeah, you did, and I put up the text.
Oh, I didn't think.
I put up the text on the stream. Very exciting race, he said. Yawning he was.
I don't know why it sounded like I was yawning. I really wasn't.
Great.
Well, as we're laughing at my expense, Raikaru did find his bow.
Well, there you go. All right,
that's good.
He got his bow. Now we just need him to find something else in order to make this trip worth it.
Right. Luckily, it wasn't bow locked.
And
Ice trap.
He gets 2 more checks. He's got the 2 at the beginning, and then the Cyclops little bow check that he can do as well.
Yeah.
I'm getting a scale.
Mm-hmm. So that does put he can get checked Ruder's letter later on.
So, guys, chat is asking for memes. So,
Asking for memes, uh-oh.
I have a question for you, and
God.
I want an exact answer. So, guys, if a woodchuck could chuck and woodchuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
Oh my god.
42.
No,
Yes, the life universe and everything.
dang it, you destroyed it.
Ah,
Banned.
please. I know my answers.
Damn.
I know what is the only true answer for that question.
7-4. I would have taken the bait for sure.
Okay, doing these checks hence checks he missed earlier. all the answers for that question.
Pocket Cocoa. Good thing Big Goron is absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine starting to check from there?
That's literally the first thing. Like, goodness gracious.
Uh,
Alright. Raikaru's gonna get his second quiver. after
How many
after
cracks of Shanks will we see? I'm thinking 7 or 8.
Oh man. I would throw in a couple quick spins in there too.
Right, looks like he's gonna go fire again.
He'll finish his fire and then he'll come back out.
Mhm.
We'll see the
Yep.
salt then.
We'll see how salty he is.
I didn't see. Did Raikaru just bail after he found that bow and didn't do the bow checks in GTG?
Yeah, he didn't do that. He figured it wasn't worth the couple checks. Still no sign of long shot, or boomerang, or even light arrows. Well, nothing else. Scanning will give us the light arrows if nobody's fine with medallions.
Alright. JFM clearing out the rest of Spirit. He should be going to Twin Rova here shortly.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be the case.
And that's crazy. I can't believe Raikaru just left GTG. Maybe he thought, hey,
He's making the. That was all.
he knew he was behind probably ever since he got that Stone of Agony, and he just needed to take some gambles and try to make up some time.
Yeah, he's gambling on the fact that the other last few checks would be nothing.
Went in the water.
Yeah. We'll see if Water holds anything. He can't get to Morpha without the long shot.
Very true. Desert Colossus was Way of the Hero, and it's probably Song of Time. So that might be what's here.
Yeah.
Perhaps he'll do there's a Song of Time check here. Maybe he's thinking that that's where his progression is.
Yeah. I mean, there is a Song of Time check in GTG that nobody likes to do.
True. JFM going GTG after this. I think he's just hoping that this Song of Time check is what he needs. This GTG.
No kidding.
Alright, Volvagia down for Raikaru.
Yeah. We know he doesn't have his heart doesn't contain anything, but that will give him the fire medallion.
JFM heading down to do the dragon chest.
Yeah. And looks like Raikaru going into.
This is no, he's just I forgot. This is Skull. I think he just wants to come get this Skulltula.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see this part of Water Temple in Randomizer.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Literally, these guys are squeezing every skull for what they can get. They need all 50 of these.
Yeah. So they'll go places that they normally wouldn't go, like you said. I would have to rack my brain for knowing what 50 is. 10 and 20 I could probably do. Anything more than that, after like, where else can I go?
After 35 to 40 skulls, at that point, I'm just like, I have to think about it.
Yeah. Where is my checkbook? I remember having the player's guide when I first played this game, and actually marking the back of the guide every time I got a Skulltula.
Good old Nintendo power back in the day.
Oh yeah. I remember every time we renewed, we get a free player's guide. GF trying to get that skull to the very top.
Very trying to get very precise position.
Yeah, that's a pick.
Just looks like he gives up.
Yeah, you need launch up for that one. We'll get higher up.
It's gonna show us that he could beat this without equipping the tunic. We saw
Yeah.
Dotso. If anyone watched the Dotso race earlier, he finished this room rather quickly with 2 seconds left before he died.
It's gonna show that skill of his. Shows up.
Good thing is that if he needs to, he can equip the tunic. So
Yeah.
unlike Dotso.
Yep. Yep, there he goes.
He's like, yeah, no.
You could have got it, but yeah, you still needed the tunic at the very end. And goes back to his green. He does not want to take it away from that purple. So songs we are missing is Song of Storms, Sun Song, and Bolero, in which we know Bolero is Ocarina of Time checked.
Right.
So wonder which one is Burning Kakariko and one's an Ice Cavern.
Nocturne, Ice Cavern left.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Sun Song's an Ice Cavern and Song of Storms and the Burning Kakariko. I guess.
JFM, trying to make it back onto the 3rd level.
He's trying. There he goes.
Got it.
Yeah.
So just a few more things to find. There's not much left. We need boomerang, light arrows,
Boomerang and lawn shot.
boomer shot,
And light arrows.
the hovers. Yeah, and the hovers, which they know where it's at. So
Mm-hmm. Out of the 4 items they need, only one they know of. But Ganon will also reveal where the light arrows are. If by the time they never found it. Good guy that Ganondorf is.
always found it funny that he tells you exactly where to find the things that can beat him. Or like,
Yeah.
let me tell you where it's at, man. I got you, bro.
He's the confidence and
Kill me, man. Go to this place, find these arrows, come back.
He's like, I want a fair fight. So he was asking, you can kill me if you win. Alright, JF coming up to Dark Link. Let's see if his Evo Doppelganger gives him anything.
Wing fight. We're coming up on
Nicely done, JF. Nicely done.
a check and the river check, which
Yep.
I'm sure he's praying is something.
Yeah.
Alright. Another skull for JFM.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see how close he is. I want to say he's close to 40 skulls by this point.
I would think so. 37 or so. Slowly, everybody's slowly making their way up to 50. Overall, the seed hasn't been horrible. Been a pretty good seed for everybody.
A bloopy behind the river chest.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Chat's saying JF has 42. He has 42 Scotulas.
Yeah, I thought it was around 40-ish. That's on the time check, not what he wanted to see. And
No,
we still
it
have
doesn't.
in GTG. And what's the other possibility? Frogs?
Yeah. Completed frogs. Chat's saying that they're thinking it's gonna be the toilet. It's gonna be where the item.
Chat always hoping for the worst, man.
That's why we keep them
You guys
around.
got your 50 skull seeds. What more do you want?
Oh, don't ask him that question.
Oh god, yeah. Might just
Why are you keeping them
release
around?
Pandora's
Worst
box
case-
at this point, bro.
Chat, you know, we keep you around for worst case possibilities and keep us on track of Scotulas for the runners. They're good about keeping up with that. Looks like Jeff's gonna do adult fishing.
It's our first fishing we seen of the day.
Yep. Alright, Raikaru could do his 2 checks in shadow. Well, we have lost this half of that is Way of the Hero, so there might be something.
Boomerang.
Well, I'm sure Boomerang will be in the dungeon, but it's probably farther in.
Right. There's only 3 possibilities of what could be here.
Yeah,
Or long shot, boomerang, or light arrows.
that's correct. You're one of those 3. 1 in 3rd chance.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing it could be would be another strength upgrade. Behind, you know, the third strength or another scale for something behind
Yeah,
golden
but
scale. But even then, they have iron boots, so they don't really need
yeah,
that.
gold scale will only give you that one check, which would be the Tech Grotto. But with iron boots, they can bypass that.
That one and lab diving as well.
Ah, right. I always forget about that one. Alright. Nothing from adult fishing. And nothing in the 2 checks of Shadow.
Right. Or Raikaru going to forest.
Yeah. And again, not a required dungeon, but he can clear it if he needs to.
No.
Top of the lab, nothing.
That is bow. He worked hard for that bow. Did he ever check the fairy fountain in Crater?
Nope. Nope. We still have not seen that
He still
reaction.
doesn't know. He still doesn't know.
Still does not know you are.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I'm sorry, forest is not a medallion, but there's still a lot of checks and a lot of Skulltulas, so
Yep.
maybe not a bad call.
No. And there's plenty more checks in Fire Temple too.
Yeah, neither one of the runners going very deep in fire.
Now they got the boss key and looped back around and cleared it.
Karu going up to as far as the boulder maze, but that's about as far as we saw.
Yeah.
Cleaning up
JF,
some overworld checks right now.
Yep, not a bad call. Both runners are doing scratching their heads and trying to figure out where could these items be.
He'll just JFM will do these overworld checks and then possibly head to GTG.
Yeah, if he can't find anything, he's gonna go where he can to get the last bit of Skulltulas he needs. And then get his hover boots and then go to Shadow.
It's true, he's really close. There's something going on. Dude.
Uh-oh.
There's something going on.
What did we miss?
I think it was Tresco drawing Ganondorfette or something like that.
He was doing a drawing. I saw something about in chat him. He was going to do a drawing, but didn't see it or anything.
This is what happens when you stream 5 matches or do 5 streams in a day.
Yeah, he's losing his mind if he hasn't
I'm losing
already.
it. Trez is losing it.
He probably lost it a long time ago. They're just now catching up with him.
JFM going down to collect his skull right here.
Yep. Raikaru leaving the forest temple.
Yeah, decided that he went about as far as he
He has
could
41.
go in that place.
So he has 9 skulls left to get before he can go into Shadow.
Closer to JFM than I thought, skull count wise. So that's good for
Yeah,
him.
really. He's really picked up a bunch of skulls lately. Getting his horsey back.
Having a little trouble opening up the grotto, but he got it.
Yep. GF gonna go to Garuda's fortress and get that cleared to do the GTG, it looks like. Oh no, he's going to Minuet Forest.
Just playing Minuet. He might do the exact same thing. Dip in the
Yeah.
forest, pick up some skulls. He should be done with skulls after he,
Dips in the forest.
or at least
Yeah.
almost done.
Both runners thinking, I don't know where the other ones are. I just know where hovers. And I know House of the Dead is where the here, so.
Not even bothering to check. I don't think Raikaru's checked 20. I know 30 is nothing.
No.
Is nothing. When JFM checked, 20 was nothing as well. So
Yeah. The only thing that mattered was 50. Oh, him going up Zor's River.
he can make it in time. He'll get a couple skulls. There's one over here by the there's also one a little while ago. Oh no, he can't find it. It's a little bit up. Yeah.
There it is.
Alright. Raikaru might make the IC play.
Yeah. When you get a couple checks there, he'll get a Son. And if it's Son Storms, he'll open up on the well. And some grotto checks.
Good place.
Yeah, and the Sonarstorm grotto checks.
JFM deciding to go deep Deeper into fire.
Yeah.
Collected a couple of skulls in forest. W and back here.
Yep. Raikaru doing the fountain checks. Let's see if the fountain brings us any luck. Hey, we got the green rupee. Alright, we are validated.
Oh my god.
Fable 1 green rupee. Everybody, give it up for the green rupee. Validation hype. Alright, ice caverns we go. Maybe since Zora's Domain is on way to here, so King Zora might have something for us too.
Yeah. Both of these runners, I mean, it's very close despite everything that's happened.
Yeah.
You know, Raikaru being delayed and getting Stone of Agony. I mean, even with the heads up, I was still not that far behind in skulls.
And JF
Getting his hovers very shortly after JFM, probably. So.
yeah, and JF did have that little late start at the beginning of the race. So that's what we said. It hasn't really made much difference.
Mm-hmm.
Getting some of that nice blue fire.
This is a tough call. Do you go? I'm thinking he has to go all the way up and check this highest score on. Song of Time is on the way of the hero.
Mm-hmm. And it's a tough call. At this point, they need to do as many checks as they can. But then again, we don't know what all Shadow will have.
one of those places, man. I mean, I like to leave it off to like I just don't enjoy it for the time you invest into it and so few checks. I mean, yeah, looking for ZL or Nocturne, then you know I'll rush it. But besides that, man, I'm not the biggest fan of Ice Cavern.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But yeah, luckily though, it's not a huge, long little mini dungeon.
Yeah, ground jumps definitely make this a little more easy to deal with.
Yeah, it does definitely save some time. We have 50-50 shot of getting Son of Storms. So that'll lead to several more checks. So I probably would do the same thing, just to make the check call and clear it out.
You like checking bottom of the well too.
Yeah, especially when you already have Zelda's Lullaby. It's a good play.
He's not being nice to Raikaru at all.
No, they have not been. They messed up in the fire temple and the frozen several times already.
Oh, is JFM gonna make this chest? Even try, he's just like, I'm just gonna restart.
Chat's hearing. Sorry, that'd be my cat. Cat hasn't seen me in over a week, so very happy to see me. One of them at least. Alright. Son of Storm!
There it is. Let's see if the well will play a big factor. This might be.
Yeah. Yeah. That, like I said, that opens up a couple grotto checks as well. And yep, gives the frogs checks as well. And he's gonna freeze the king, unfreeze the king.
That Song of Storms is needed. It might mean trouble for JFM if he puts off doing
Yeah.
Cavern for a while.
Let's see. Does the king give you anything?
Just a heart.
Nah. Oh well. Yep. Gonna make the play for bottom of the well.
I'd do the same if I was Raikaru.
Oh yeah. That is plenty of checks. Still, JF still go deep dive into fire. Nothing's showing up.
He's running out of checks. He just has hammer and the hammer chest and
one with the scarecrow on. It's like fire hasn't really played out.
right. I think he checked Scarecrow song a little while ago.
Oh, I must have missed that. Gives Raikaru another heart.
Wow, have we seen adult archery yet?
Don't think we have.
That's just one of those checks that's in plain sight, but sometimes you just happen to forget it if you don't have that bow early on.
Yeah. Ooh. All right.
The other scale. Wow.
Yep. There's the other one.
Has access to Rudo's letter.
Yep.
And there was a quiver in the hammer chest.
Looks like he's gonna make the grotto check. Summer storms.
There it is, long shot. All right, highest score
Oh.
on. There's the way of the hero for you. Directly back to Water Temple. It's JFM. What a great find. Who knows how long it'll take Raikaru, or even if he'll go back into. I mean,
You'll have to
checking this.
get it.
Have to eventually, but just depends how long it's gonna take.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. He's gonna do these, make this play, and then go to bottom of the world probably.
Man, like this. Every seed, it's something in deep fire. Need to make like a randomizer, like 10 commandments list, and one of them should be thou shalt not skip deep fire.
Yeah. Waiting on that sun. So with Song of Storms, we now know that Sun Son would be on Burning Kakariko.
And I believe that's JFM's 50th Skulltula. So right after this, we'll be able to collect his
Hover boots and then go clear Shadow.
which will probably have boomerang. I mean, it can only be boomerang or light arrows at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Raikaru waiting for these skulls.
Yeah. The one downside of A50 Skull Seat and not having Sun Son. That might have been Raiku's 50th. He's going back to the graveyard.
Yeah, I know he was really close. He was closing in
Yeah.
on JFM, and he literally spent the last like 2 or 3 minutes only collecting skulls. So
He was
it's really
only
bad.
just
He
a few behind.
wants to rush that that Shadow Temple,
Mm-hmm.
get that out of the way.
JF put another Pharaoh's Wind checkpoint.
It's crazy. He seems like he still hasn't found the boss key, and it's
Yep. Naru's
before
low.
he checked Dark Link and he checked River Chest as well, along with a couple others.
Yep. Okay, just doing all the checks at once. And there's our Butterboots.
There's that. There it is.
Alright.
He's gonna be first to Shadow.
Yep.
I'm gonna finish Shadow first. I would say he finds Boomerang in here, and then
That's what
finishes out Jabu. But
That's what I'm hoping.
It really depends if and when Raikaru goes back to fire and finds that long shot.
If it's light arrows, that'll give Karu a little bit more time to do more checks, probably go back into fire to get the launch shot. Because they'll still be looking for the boomerang. If it's boomerang, that's gonna give the lay edge over to JF.
Exactly right. So
And there's the boss key.
Raikaru and Raikaru fans are hoping that it's light arrows in here, Way of the Hero, and not Boomerang.
Hovers were on 50 Skulltulas. With launch shot as well, that's going to give JF able to clear Spirit as well. So Boomerang could be at Spirit boss.
Temple boss? I think, yeah, JFM has cleared all of
Boomerang.
Oh, Boomerang. That's might be GG for Raikaru.
Yeah.
This might be lost for him. I mean, is gonna go straight to Shadow after he finishes water. Get his Boomerang.
Either go straight.
And then head to Ganon or Ganondorf for his light arrow hint.
Yeah. Either he'll go straight to Shadow, or he might just go ahead and finish up Spirit before dipping into Shadow. Because he has the boss key, he just needs to get there.
Right. I mean, Spirits is
and light arrows.
Yeah, that's really good games.
Yeah.
Boomerang, we're in Shadow.
We got several checks about House of the Dead being Way of the Hero.
And I don't see him going back, JFM going back to Spirit, since it is a stone dungeon, and he'll have what he needs for Shadow anyway, and then Shadow just gives him exactly what he needs for go mode. So
yeah, with the light arrows being found, yeah, he would just won't have to go back in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that's the end of Water Temple for JFM.
Yep. And there goes his wall medallion. More for just give me the key. Yeah, JF making that play for the fire arrow check.
Yeah, just checking what he can while he's here. Why not? He's still missing a couple of things.
Doesn't know
It's
whether.
all in shadow, but
Yeah.
in his way that way, really, really shortly. And there he goes. He plays his Nocturne.
Yeah. Does he have enough magic to play? Use Inspire? I can't remember how much.
Sure. I mean, it won't be a big deal if he doesn't have enough magic. He can just go to those to the grass patches over here and farm for magic.
Yeah.
Looks like he's about to do right now.
Yeah. I think it just needs a little bit more. Doing these couple checks.
There he goes. Gets his magic.
Yep. There's the boss key for Shadow. Again, Jeff having no trouble with the shooting gallery. Had trouble with the slingshot, now he's having trouble with the bow.
So funny, I played 64 controller. I use the N64, but I played this mini game with a GameCube controller, and it's just terrible. I can't.
Oh, really?
It's so bad, but
I never had too much problem.
I tried.
See, my laptop, I can't really do randomizers all that well because it's very jerky, but when I did the Master Quest on GameCube with the pre-order of Wind Waker, didn't really have any problems with using the GameCube controller. But using emulator-wise, who knows? Cars, they're searching for that long shot. And Jeff gaining his sunshine.
Mm-hmm. Alright, as expected, going into Shadow, and he'll be in go mode here shortly.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna be very happy when he sees those two items.
he has no clue what's going on, so he has where he's at the moment. I'm sure he'll be excited to see that his last 2 go mode items are, but I wonder if he thinks that Raikaru did the same thing he did and went deep fire and got the long shot. The only thing that's, keeping them this far apart at the moment is the fact that JFM made the play to deep fire, found his long shot, whereas Raikaru beat JFM to 50 skulls, but has no clue where long shot is at the moment.
I think JF is hoping that Raikaru hasn't gone deep fire and is making all the other checks. Thinking that he got his medallion like he did and just bailed the first time and hasn't gone back yet.
Yeah, no, I agree with Chad. I think at this point, really difficult for Raikaru to come back. I mean, JFM,
he would have to have a major problem, like a glitch or froze or something.
Right. Like at this point, you're just, if you're a Raikaru fan, you would have to be hoping for like a BC crash or something, and nobody wants to see that happen.
Even if you're a Raikaru fan, no.
That's terrible. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's been a good seed overall. The long shot being that where it is, and the 50 goal seed otherwise. Been a good seed.
Yeah. Yep, the fans got their 50 skull seed that they've been wanting for so long.
Yeah. And there's the boomerang, so he's happy with that.
If I'm not mistaken, JFM will find light arrows.
So he's thinking, oh my god, yes, I can finally clear Jabu and get that done. To, oh my god, I'm in go mode.
Literally back-to-back checks, boomerang. The last 2, like, how that never happens. Your last 2 go mode items are back-to-back.
Yeah. So with that, JF is in go mode. And Raikaru getting up to Bongo Bongo. It's definitely going to be sub 330 for JF.
Yeah, it doesn't have much of spirit left to go.
Yeah.
And then
Jabu
it's just Jabu from that point. He's already done most of Jabu.
Yep. He did the first initial checks. So.
definitely can see sub 330 for sure.
Yeah.
Sub 330 on a 50 skull seed.
Pretty dang good, I would say. So happy 3-hour mark, everybody. All right, let's see what Raikaru does now. Is he making the
Gonna
play
be
back to
going,
fire?
yeah. I
He could be
mean,
gonna make it.
ED.
Looks like he's making the play back to fire.
That's the only thing I can see. I don't know why he wouldn't just play Minuet after he finished. After he beat Shadow, but I don't know. Maybe
It's
he just
probably,
had to think about it for a minute.
yeah, and it's probably not much difference between.
I would say it's a little faster, but probably not much.
Yeah, the time, the probably between the time he does for the warping and making the song, it probably be about the same amount of time.
Mm.
Yep. So with him going back to fire and him getting the long shot, if he keeps going, doesn't bail out any earlier than the Goron, it won't put him too far behind JF.
Right. And I mean, in Raikaru's eyes, he hasn't found that other bow yet, right? So he's thinking, I had to go to GTG to get this bow.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
sure he's thinking he's in pretty good shape right now, especially after he finds a long shot. But yeah, him going all the way out there just for the bow and not finding anything else. Whereas JFM found his bow.
with that check. He's probably Raikaru's probably thinking, okay, JF saw the same him Ida, he's gonna make the play for GTG. So probably in Raikaru's eyes, he's probably neck and neck. But with JF finding that great bow and that good check, that changes things up.
Getting to long shot first, and
And I'm sure JF probably
that
thought,
other bow at the ferry fountain is what head at the time, even though he was ahead by skulls. But yeah, the long shot is what sealed the deal for sure.
yeah, JF probably thought Raikaru found that bow in the same location he did. I'm sure. JF trying to do the jump without hover. Have a little trouble there. There you go. And JF making his way over the River of Styx.
JFM whiffing on those arrow shots.
He cannot get in.
Just completely around the whole thing.
His aim has not been good this seed.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Poor JF. Alright, Jeff getting the last key he needs. And I'm gonna get to the boss room. And Raikaru, slowly but surely, making his way.
Does he go straight to the Goron? It looks like it. He's gonna go straight there without going to He knows way of
He's
the
probably
hero.
thinking,
Yeah.
he's probably thinking, of course.
The hero, so he went straight here.
Yep.
He will also be in go mode right now, but
There it is, so. Everybody's in go mode, but JF being slightly ahead due to finding the long shot earlier and clearing out water. So I would say JF is about a dungeon ahead of him.
yeah, he's too far away. He still has to find this BK, still beat Morpha, and then do Jabu, whereas JFM is going straight Jabu right now.
Yep. Finishing up Bongo. Yeah. In order for Raikaru to catch up, JF had to make massive mistakes or have a solve for a problem. So surprisingly, there's only been just light arrows. I haven't found fire or ice. Let's see, most seeds usually have fire arrows by now. By the time they reach go mode.
Have not seen fire. Have not seen the old so powerful light arrow or ice arrows. Sorry.
Oh yeah, best line of the game. Nor have they seen. I've seen a Hylian shield either.
That's true. I didn't even realize that.
Dang.
We have not seen a Hylian shield. I haven't bought one either because they found Mirror Shield early.
Yep.
Alright. JFM using that silver scale, putting it to use. Well, gold scale, I suppose, that he has.
Yeah,
See what Rudo's bottle held. Probably
yeah.
a highly in shield.
There's our shield right there. Yeah. Yes, Face. This is a one-on-one race. So the winner advances to the next round, and the loser will be put into the losers bracket and advance through that bracket.
So, barring anything extremely crazy happening, looks like JFM will be playing the winner of
Will be advancing.
Sonic Shadow Silver. What the hell's happened? And then
Yep.
Raikaru will be playing in losers bracket against Juicy.
I believe that's correct.
Juicy J.
And we'll find out the winner of the Sonic tomorrow. So tune in that for excitement.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sonic and What the Hell is playing tomorrow. That's gonna be a good race.
Yep. They play at 7 p.m. Eastern time, or for those in Central like me, it'd be 6. Yep, as people are doing, you do. The schedule is being asked for, and the bot is providing. Ask and you shall receive.
Raikaru gonna get his boss key.
All right, there we go. Not too far behind him. Several minutes, but we've seen bigger gaps.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, to lose, he'd have to.
It's a major
I
mistake.
couldn't even think. Like, I would say he would have to like run out of sticks, but he has 30 sticks at the moment, so that's not gonna be an issue.
Keep
He
messing
also-
with the boomerang.
To Bloody, I think in his last race or his race before last, he went into Baronade without enough sticks and wasted a lot of time trying to kill it.
Yeah.
And buy more sticks, but that's not gonna be an issue for JFM.
It shouldn't be. If it does, he would not live that down. I know chat would not forgive him. They would constantly remind him.
Hey, remember you went into Jabu with 30 sticks? All you had to do was beat Baronade and win the game?
Yeah, he could die in Ganon too. That's also a possibility.
Oh yeah. Ganon with 13 hearts is not enough.
Yeah. He was not able to play a good game of volleyball. Or tennis, I should say. And there, that clears up water.
Alright. Into Jabu, but JFM
Yeah, he's
is about to finish it up.
Yeah.
Honest with you, I knew, like, on Boomerang and Light Arrows in Shadow Temple that JFM was ahead and it was likely over, but I didn't realize it was quite this close. They're not that far behind.
Yeah. Having
I
them
mean,
both
not
there.
far, not close enough to where Raikaru, could pull it out at this point.
I mean,
but
luckily Raikaru went straight to Fire Temple and did that check. If he decided to go bottom the well or go back to Spirit or something,
I probably I remembered the Song of Time, Way of the Hero hint, then I would have gotten baited into well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I think what really helped out was JF finding that bow where he did and not go into GTG. Car going to lake.
Just trying to think,
So you have chat saying though about it's like 9-minute difference or so between Raikaru and JFM.
I'm trying to think what GTG play did not pay off for him,
Yeah.
For Raikaru.
Yeah, like I said,
I could understand him thinking, all right, this is where my one and only bow is right now that I can get, because that's happened before. Available, the rest were locked behind the other ones. So I could see why he did that. But yeah, that especially when JFM found his bow right there in the Death Mountain crater.
Yeah. I think there was a hint stone that said that it wasn't GTG. Well, so he made the right play for that, but him not making that check, that JF did cost him.
There's times where I, you know a runner's finishing up a seed, and you know they can feel that they've definitely pulled off ahead at some point and had a lot of time. JFM feels that way, simply because the hints were provided to both of them. JFM knows that Raikaru eventually did that Dampe raise check, got that his Stone of Agony, and probably figured out the same way, JFM figured out that Song of Time was needed after full clearing Spirit and not finding anything else.
Yeah.
So maybe
they'll put part of both
checking the
thinking.
validation check, validation chest.
He never did find that validation ruby, so maybe he's hoping. Yeah. So they probably both are under the impression that they both made the other runner did the same play they did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I hope both of them are available for words, because I really want to pick their brains and see what they were thinking about this seed.
And Jeff at Ganondorf 1. What do you think? Ganondorf just got bored one day after ruling Hyrule and said, I'm going to learn how to play the organ. Or do you think he knew how to play?
I don't know. I just think all evil demon kings just born with the organ playing talent, perhaps.
Yeah. He had to cultivate his skill.
Or organ just seems like a evil instrument to begin with. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had 7 years. He had 7 years to do something. Guess he just decided, practice his organ play. All right, and here we got Ganon 2, Revenge of the Pig.
Definitely going to be a sub 330 for JFM. He played this seed very well, I think.
Yeah. Unless he dies through this guy. Yeah, he'll be 330. I mean, never rule out the possibility. Human error. They're both on the boss.
Karu's giving up.
I wonder if he knows.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows. The stream. GG, JFM.
Good run from everybody.
GG indeed.
No, it was a good race
What a
overall.
seed. The fans got their 50 skull seed that they wanted. We got to see it in under 3 hours and 30 minutes. So
Yeah, under 3:30.
Yeah, that's
So
what's up. Blah blah blah. Talking is hard.
so 3:24:29.
Yep. And JFN just cut his stream as well, so we're not getting
Well,
our audio back. So let's just move over to the interview screen, I guess, to have some music and talk a little bit about what's happening.
absolutely.
So yeah, that was a nice seed.
It was a good scene, and Chad, if you liked it, come back tomorrow for another one.
Yeah, indeed. Let us. I'm trying to get the two in here. Maybe we're getting the two in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, indeed, Rai already said before, the way he'd probably lose. There he is. Hey Rai.
Hello.
You got the
What a
50.
shit seed.
You got the 50 skull seed you were dreaming about.
My God.
Only way I lose is 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. You were actually first to 50 and in Shadow Temple before JFM. He just made that play to go deeper into fire before you did.
Question. Did JFM ever go to GTG or Ice Cavern?
No, he didn't. There was another bow in the crater fairy.
Go figure.
Welcome JFM, by the way.
Welcome, guys.
GG, JFM.
Good race, both of you. Good job, guys.
GG.
Good win, JF.
GG.
GG.
Yes.
Yeah, that was some crazy. Was that the first 50 skull seed we had? I believe so.
First one.
In brackets,
First one
yeah.
I've seen in a long time. None of the
Yeah.
qualifiers had anything required over 20.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy seed indeed. And fortunately, Raikaru got the hint that GTG, so he made the move to go there to get his bow, and at the same time, JFN found another bow
in the crater.
Wait.
the fairy fountain.
There was a
And,
hint for GTG?
Yep.
Yes.
You never found the hint, but there was a hint that said that
Merry-go-round!
the Test of Thieves, yeah, that's exactly the one. The Test of Thieves towards an archery enabler, and Raikaru made that play right away.
Yeah.
So I must have got my bow out of logic, but it was just... There was hammer at Zora's domain.
Well, it was
Yeah.
in Fairy Fountain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the fairy fountain in the crater.
Yeah, that's not out of logic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
once
was
you got your
a
bombs
second
and
bow
everything.
in logic.
Yeah, which is why I'm wondering why I would think you have to go to GTG. Is just the hints being bad?
Yeah,
It's not
There's-
even a way of the hero, it's just a good item hint.
Oh, it was just like there's an
Yeah.
archery
Yeah.
enabler at... Okay,
Test
yeah.
of Thieves
Mhm.
is towards an archery enabler.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah,
have been a
and
little
it's
more
not
thorough with Crater.
That was the deciding factor, really. I felt.
It was
'Cause,
50.
yeah, Raikaru was about 9 minutes away behind JF, which would have been the GTT round.
Yeah.
GTG, he did Ice Cavern as well, and
Yeah.
everyone was thinking if once you got Song of Storms at Ice Cavern, that if anything was Song of Storms logged, that you would be right back in it, Raikaru. Unfortunately, once you went into Shadow and found both Boomerang and Light Arrows,
Yep. I knew
JFM
instantly.
Yeah.
When I got the shit in Shadow, I knew that I was missing one thing. And I knew only 2 places it could have been. Song of Time is Way of the Hero.
Right. You both
Yeah.
full cleared Spirit Temple, found nothing else. So we all assumed that both of you knew that it was the Song of Time that you needed.
I needed full clear spirit. I went for the hands and I left.
Yeah, I learned my lesson from my last match about Song of Time being required and stuff. So I just I was planning to do Deep Fire anyway because I wanted skulls, but that kind of sealed the deal.
Yeah.
There was just no good way to get 50 skulls because we didn't have the boomerang.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job with the routing you did to get the 50 skulls.
Where did you find your 50 skull hint?
Oh goodness, where was that thing?
You guys both found it at the same place.
Yeah,
Oh.
It was Hyrule Castle area.
Oh, so you did adult before ZL too?
No, I just went for the hint.
Oh.
I was
As he,
thinking,
as he went back and got the Great Fairy Fountain as child,
yeah.
his fire. We were debating whether he'd go back towards the castle and find the hint, and he did. So.
Yeah, no, Boomerang and Sun Song made skulls really annoying here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played Ice Cavern hoping I would get Sun Song. I didn't. It was already way too late at that point anyways, like, I had the skulls in mind where I wanted them, just would have sped it up by a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I actually
Not having a
felt
Sun Song during the 50.
I actually felt so sorry for you guys, because when the seed came out, I checked the spoiler log and I was like, hey, cool, it's only 9 steps, this is a short seed and it's not all dungeons. And then I
9
saw...
spheres?
and then I saw 50 gold skull
50
reward, and I was like...
Yeah, that,
Maybe we should have just restarted and re-rolled the seed.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with this outcome.
Yeah.
I mean, even with JF, you had that little delay at the start. I mean, it was very close for most of the race.
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of on tilt at the beginning there with trying to figure out what's going on with the stream delay. I think I failed child archery 3 times.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You did not have
I
a
was
good
like-
job aiming this seed.
I was like typing in chat and stuff.
Yeah, you had trouble with that, and then you had trouble on the ship in Shadow shooting the bombs.
Yeah, that's a hard shot to make, but
Right.
because
Now,
everything
I
was
know-
moving.
I know we talked about this mostly, but was for either one of you, was there any point in time where you knew A, you were either ahead, or B, you felt like you were really behind?
I felt pretty good the whole way through because the way the hints worked out, they kind of just laid the route in front of you. It was just a matter of how do you get your skulls.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some issues getting some of them, like some of my day-night cycles didn't quite line up, but I just focused on, like I went into Water Temple pretty early on, with the plan to just get all 5 skulls in there. I didn't quite realize that, no long shot or hover boots would make that harder to do than otherwise, but same with fire, I mostly just went up there for skulls.
Yeah.
Just so happened to pay out. Yeah.
So
I just felt on edge the entire seed, so
up
You said you
next-
felt behind?
I just felt on edge. I didn't
Yeah.
feel ahead or behind. I just felt
We were
on edge.
hoping, Ricardo, we were hoping you would find that second bow upgrade, and we were debating how many crouches you had done finding that.
Yeah, I just crouch spammed at the fucking 50 scolding.
Who like the crouch of shame.
Yeah.
Stone of
we-
Agony, Kiss of Death strikes again.
Well, we figured since you never found that other bow, you would think that JFM had to do the exact same thing you did and go to GTG and get. Oh, since no other ones came up during your whole race, so we figured that you might have thought you guys were hand in hand. Maybe.
I was not confident about that GTG bow because I had skipped so many damn checks. I was so sloppy this seed.
I mean, either way, it was good race. Both of you guys
did a
still
good job.
still in it. You know, no eliminations yet, so we'll have many more good races from you guys, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That
indeed.
losers bracket
It's
looking
terrifying.
scary.
My God,
Yeah.
Really
What is it?
terrifying.
it's the top 4 seeds are all in losers right now.
Which
So.
is amazing
Wow.
because it's like, what happened? So if you guys made predictions, your bracket might be out of whack now.
I
Really
believe there's
destroyed.
still one more intact prediction, although maybe not anymore.
Nah.
Yeah.
There was no perfect bracket at the
Yeah,
start of this.
Oh.
yeah. No more.
Yeah.
True.
I was wondering because you've been saying like every race, there's still one bracket prediction that's still intact.
Yeah, a loser's bracket actually caused it to go off.
Yeah,
Uh,
I believe they voted against. They voted,
Roadrunner winning against Juicy. That's
Oh,
what it
yeah.
was, and
could be, yeah.
Juicy won instead. Oh well.
It was fun.
Indeed.
So, yeah, we'll find out who JF plays against at tomorrow's race.
Yeah, I meant to ask about that. JFM, who would you rather play? What the hell or Sonic?
How you guys feel?
What the hell actually like back in like the 1.0 days, I had a 7 race win streak that was broken by what the hell. And and he's always kind of had a leg up on me no matter accessible or NMG. So I'm definitely more worried about him than Sonic. Sonic's a good player, but I've also played against him a lot. And I kind of feel comfortable going up against him. But yeah, that's how I'm looking at it.
So I'm looking
Okay.
at that personal feud between you and what the hell's happened, I guess. So
Yeah, you can milk that one if you want.
I mean,
Who knows? Maybe you can get your revenge.
yeah, I mean the loser of this match is fucked either way because they have to play ATZ in the lower bracket. So
I mean, it's always a possibility, but hopefully all you can ask is for a good run, a good race.
So yeah, I guess with this it's 2:40 my time, and
Oh man.
I feel like cutting the stream right here, you know.
So good job, guys. Thank you. If the runners are still listening, thank you, Ron. They did a good job keeping track of you guys.
Yep.
Thanks for being here, Raikaru JFN. Good luck for your next matches. Eddie
Indeed.
All of
Eldrazi.
it.
Eddie and Eldrazi. Thanks for amazing
back.
commentary.
Thank you. We are your
Anytime.
dashing people.
Anytime.
Also, quick shout out to Lost the Pirate. Here's how you do it. Shout outs to the trackers. To Nineback
Yes.
and Technotastic. These are amazing. And
Thank you, Trez. Thank you, Trez.
no worries.
Your five streams for the day.
Yeah, my five stream streak of today is over. And I can
sleep.
finally go to bed. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and catch you tomorrow.
Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.